Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to share the Ninja Creami with you. Are you ready to satisfy your sweet tooth without any guilt? With the Ninja Creami, you can indulge in delicious ice cream and frozen desserts that are actually good for you. In this video, I will show you how to use this game-changing appliance to create healthy treats that taste just as good as the real thing. Get ready to impress your taste buds and your waistline. Let's get started. In this video, I am going to do an unboxing of the Ninja Creami. Then I'm going to make some of the recipes that come in the Ninja Creami recipe book so that you can see how the Ninja Creami works and how you can make delicious frozen dessert recipes from your own home. I will be making 6 ice cream recipes, 1 gelato recipe, sorbet, in a smoothie bowl. Every single one of the recipes in this video are all keto and dairy free. They are all modified recipes of the recipes that come in the Ninja Creami recipe book, and they are made with either monk fruit extract or stevia. And that is how they are keto. They have no added refined sugar in them whatsoever. These ice cream recipes are 100% guilt-free and they taste just like the real thing. I know you're going to love every single one of these recipes. In order to enjoy this video to the fullest, you are welcome to check out the timestamps below in the description box where I list each recipe in case you want to jump from chapter to chapter to see which recipe you want to watch first. I hope you enjoy this video. Leave any questions or comments below. Thanks for watching. Hey everyone, so I just got this amazing creamerizer. It is the Ninja Creami and it basically can turn anything frozen into a delicious creamy dessert like ice cream, sorbet, smoothie bowls, milkshakes, and you can make your Ninja Creami desserts dairy-free, vegan, keto. So I'm excited to try this amazing kitchen appliance and I'll show you guys what it looks like when I open it. These are the safety instructions, the quick start guide, and the recipe book. So let's get started on making this delicious guilt-free ice cream. So this is the recipe booklet that comes with your Ninja Creami, and I am going to be making this vanilla ice cream recipe with chocolate chips. However, I am going to be making it dairy-free and sugar-free as well. So you will need 1 tablespoon of dairy-free cream cheese, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. You will need 3/4 cup of unsweetened coconut cream, an 1/8 teaspoon of stevia, 1 cup of dairy-free milk, and I used this almond and coconut creamer by Nut Pods. You can either mix it up in your creamy pint or you can blend it up in a food processor. Then you're going to freeze it for 24 hours, and then the lid that you are going to use has to have this paddle installed into it, and so make sure that's ready to go whenever you're going to make your ice cream. Add the pint to the outer bowl, then add the lid with the paddle attached and lock it into place. And then you're going to attach it to your creamerizer and lock it into place. Select light ice cream because this recipe is dairy-free and sugar-free. So while it is getting ready, you can get out your chocolate chips. These are the chocolate chips that I'm using. They are sweetened with Lakanto sweetener, which is just monk fruit extract, and it also has a little bit of erythritol in it. The chocolate chips are sugar and dairy free. So chop up the chocolate chips so that they're a little smaller once your ice cream is done, go ahead and press the release button. And then you are going to get a spoon and make a 1.5 inch wide hole all the way to the bottom of the pint. And then this is where you're going to add 1/4 cup of chopped up chocolate chips. You want the chocolate chips to be a little smaller than how they come. So you can just chop them up with a knife, or you can put them in a food processor. Put the pint back in the creamerizer and select the mix in program. Now, once it's done, press the release button and your vanilla ice cream with chocolate chips is ready to be served. This ice cream turned out so good. This was my first recipe that I made with the Ninja CREAMi, and I couldn't even believe how much it tasted just like real ice cream. And it was sugar-free and dairy-free and guilt-free, and I was so excited to eat this. I pretty much ate the whole pint. I did let my little boy have some too, and he loved it as well. So I highly recommend this Ninja CREAMi if you are looking to make some healthier versions of ice cream. Thanks for watching. So this strawberry ice cream was one of my favorite recipes, and I can't wait to share it with you. So you'll need some organic strawberries, and since this is a keto recipe with no added sugar, then ideally you want to do organic because organic is going to have more flavor. The strawberries are going to taste sweeter. Also, strawberries are typically at the top of the Dirty Dozen list, and so they are extremely high in pesticides if you buy the non-organic strawberries. So that's another reason why you want to get organic strawberries. So I use this strawberry holer to remove the leaves and the stems, and all you do is push the button and the claw will open, and place that into the stem of the strawberry, twist it, and then you can remove the stem and whole of the strawberry. Now I also like using the strawberry slicer. I got the strawberry slicer and the strawberry holer from Williams-Sonoma. All you do is position the strawberry inside the strawberry slicer, and then you squeeze the handle to produce 6 perfect slices. It creates uniform strawberry slices in seconds. I love this thing. It's really convenient. It's much easier than having to slice the strawberries with a knife. Also, I'm saying slicer on purpose because that's the name of it on the Williams-Sonoma website. So go ahead and slice them up and just place them in a bowl and set them aside. So now let's get started with mixing all the ingredients together. So you'll need some unsweetened culinary coconut milk. That is full fat culinary coconut milk. Go ahead and remove the cream that's typically on top when you open the can of culinary coconut milk. You'll need 3/4 cup of the unsweetened coconut cream, and place that in a food processor. You'll need 1 cup of dairy-free milk. I used this almond and coconut creamer. Ideally, you want it to be more creamier milk, which is why I used creamer. You'll need 1 tablespoon of vegan cream cheese. You'll need 1 teaspoon of lemon juice, 1/8 teaspoon of stevia, 1 cup of your sliced strawberries. Place that in your food processor as well. Also, you do not need to process this in a food processor. If you don't have one, you can just mix it all by hand. Then go ahead and pour it in your pint and place it in your freezer to freeze overnight for 24 hours. Once it's frozen, go ahead and put the pint in the outer bowl. Place the lid on top that has the paddle in it, and then move it up to lock it in place in your creamerizer. Press light ice cream. Now, after I made this, it was very crumbly because my freezer is really cold, and so I decided to respin it. So just go ahead and put it back in the creamerizer if you want it to be more creamy, and press the respin program. This ice cream turned out so delicious. I absolutely loved it, and I know you're gonna love it too. So let's get started on this delicious pistachio ice cream. So you will need 3/4 cup unsweetened coconut cream. Add that to your food processor. 1 cup of dairy-free milk, 1 tablespoon of dairy-free cream cheese, 1/8 teaspoon stevia, 1 teaspoon almond extract. Blend that up into your food processor, add that to an empty creamy pint, and freeze it for 24 hours. Next, get your pistachios and chop them up into smaller pieces, and you will need a 1/4 cup of pistachios. So when you're ready to make your ice cream, go ahead and place it in the creamerizer and press light ice cream. Now you're going to make a 1.5 inch hole and go all the way to the bottom of the pint. Add the chopped pistachios into the hole. Place the lid back on, and then you're going to press the mix in program. So that will mix in the pistachios into your ice cream and also do a respin of your ice cream as well. And then you just serve your pistachio ice cream, and this turned out so delicious. I loved it so much. So let's get started on making this cherry chip ice cream. So you will need 3/4 cup of culinary coconut milk. You'll just need to scrape off the coconut cream and put that in a food processor. 1 cup of dairy-free milk. I use this almond coconut creamer. 1 tablespoon of dairy-free cream cheese. 1/8 teaspoon stevia, 1 teaspoon almond extract. Mix this up in your food processor. I liked using these fresh organic cherries, and you'll want to pit them first. Add 1 cup to your food processor and then blend this up as well. Then once this is all blended up, you're going to add it to your pint and do not go past the max fill line. Put the lid on the pint and place it in your freezer so that it's completely level and it freezes flat with no angle. Then you're going to take the lid off once it's frozen for 24 hours and place the pint with the frozen ingredients in the outer bowl. Add the creamerizer lid on top and then lock it into place. Select light ice cream. Since this is a keto recipe with no sugar and it's dairy-free, then once you're done, we're going to mix in some chocolate chips. So use a spoon to create a 1.5 inch wide hole that reaches the bottom of the pint. And then I used these keto chocolate chips that don't have any sugar added to them. They're sweetened with monk fruit extract. So chop up some chocolate chips and add 1/4 cup to the hole, and then add the lid on the outer bowl once again, lock it in place, and this time use the mix in program on the creamerizer. So now your ice cream is all done, and this cherry chip ice cream turned out so delicious. Even my little boy absolutely loved this ice cream. He said it tasted like real ice cream to him, and it was so delicious and creamy and sweet, and it is guilt-free. So here's a little clip of me eating this delicious dairy-free cherry chip ice cream that has no added sugar and it's keto, and it was so delicious. I loved it so much. I cannot wait to make this recipe again. I hope you enjoy it. So let's get started with this delicious coffee keto ice cream. So you will need 3/4 cup of unsweetened coconut cream. Add that to your food processor. 1 cup of dairy-free milk. I used the almond and coconut creamer. 1 tablespoon dairy-free cream cheese. 1/8 teaspoon stevia. 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. 1.5 tablespoons of instant coffee. Blend that up in your food processor. Pour it into a creamy pint. Freeze it for 24 hours and then place it in the outer bowl once you're ready to make the ice cream, and place it into the base of your creamerizer and lock it into place. And then you're going to press light ice cream since this is keto dairy-free ice cream. And now you are ready to serve your delicious coffee ice cream. Coffee ice cream used to be my favorite ice cream when I was a little girl, and now I get to make it sugar-free and dairy-free, and I love it. So let's get started with making this blue raspberry ice cream. So you will need 3/4 cup of unsweetened coconut cream, 1 cup of dairy-free milk. I used this almond and coconut creamer, 1 tablespoon of dairy-free cream cheese, 1/8 teaspoon of stevia, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/2 teaspoon of raspberry extract, 1/4 teaspoon lemon extract. For the food coloring, I used this food coloring from Whole Foods, and it doesn't have any artificial colors in it. So if you are using this type of food coloring, then you will need 1 teaspoon of the blue food coloring. If you are using regular food coloring with artificial colors in it, then you will just need 5 drops. So then add this all to a food processor and blend it up. Add it to an empty creamy pint. Place the lid on top and freeze it for 24 hours. Once it's been frozen and you're ready to make your ice cream, place it in the outer bowl. Lock the lid in place. Place the outer bowl into the creamerizer and lock that in place, and then press light ice cream. Once it's done processing, just press the release button and the blue raspberry ice cream is ready to be served. This ice cream was so delicious and I thought it was so pretty too. Blue is one of my favorite colors. I had so much fun making this ice cream and my little boy loved it too. It was so delicious and so pretty too. So let's make this delicious chocolate gelato. So you will need 1 cup of milk of your choice. I did the almond and coconut creamer milk. Then you'll need 1/2 cup of unsweetened coconut cream, 3 egg yolks, 1 tablespoon of dairy-free cream cheese, 1 tablespoon cocoa powder, 1/8 teaspoon stevia, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, and then whisk it in a saucepan so that it's all stirred up and mixed really well, and then cook it on the stove until it reaches a temperature of 165 degrees. Strain the liquid into an empty pint and then cool the pint in an ice bath before placing it in the freezer. Have it freeze for 24 hours, and then when you are ready to make your gelato, place it in the outer bowl and then place the lid on top and lock it into place. Then place it in the creamerizer, and instead of choosing gelato for this recipe, you're going to choose the light ice cream program because this recipe is sugar and dairy free. However, it is a gelato recipe because of the egg yolks, and so it does come out just like gelato and it tastes so delicious. This was actually one of my favorite recipes that I made because it was so creamy and so delicious and so rich. So I also have these rainbow sprinkles just to brighten up the ice cream and make it look more pretty. They don't have any artificial ingredients in them, however they do have sugar. So I would say that this would not be keto anymore if you have the sprinkles. So this is totally optional. Hope you enjoy it. So let's get started on making some delicious sorbet. So you will need oranges, pineapple, and bananas. You can actually just choose one of these fruits if you want, but I decided to mix them all together. So you'll need to chop up the fruit into small pieces first. Then you're just going to layer the fruit into the pint. And then you will need a heavy kitchen utensil like a ladle, and use the back of the ladle to press the fruit down below the max fill line so that you can add more fruit, and just keep pressing it down until you can add a lot of fruit. Then you're going to freeze it for 24 hours. When you're ready to make it, place it into the outer bowl, put the lid on top, place it into the creamerizer, lock it in place, and then you're going to select the program Sorbet. Once it's done, press the release button, and now your sorbet is ready to be served. This dessert was so creamy and so sweet. My little boy actually thought that I bought this sorbet from the store. He didn't realize that I just made it from fruit. And he loved it so much, and he asked me to make it for him very frequently after he tried it for the first time. And all it is fruit. So I used frozen cherries, frozen aloe vera, and then this is my favorite protein powder ever. It's unflavored and it also has enzymes and probiotics in it. I'll link this protein powder below this video. And then for the liquid, I did the almond and coconut creamer. So I decided to add all of my ingredients to a food processor before I added it to the pint. However, you do not need to do this. You can actually just add all of these ingredients to your pint and then put the liquid on top and then place that in the freezer to freeze for 24 hours. So here I am adding my protein powder, processing everything in the food processor, and then I added it to the empty pint and I filled it up to the max fill line, and then I just froze it for 24 hours. And then once it's frozen and ready to make, then you just add the pint to the outer bowl, and then you're just going to add the lid on top and lock it into place. Next, you're going to place the outer bowl with the lid on top into the base of the creamerizer and twist it to the right to raise it up and lock it into place, and you'll hear a click. Then just turn it on and press smoothie bowl. Once it's done, just press a button to release the bowl. And if you feel like the texture is a little crumbly, then you can always just put it back in the creamerizer and press the respin program, and then it'll just respin it for you and it'll come out more creamy. So this is what my smoothie looked like once I did the respin. It was super creamy. I loved the texture of it. And then I just topped it with some sliced strawberries, some fresh pitted cherries, some coconut flakes, pine nuts, some hemp seeds. And then I love these sugar-free chocolate chips. They are sweetened with monk fruit instead of sugar, so they're guilt-free and they have no added sugar to them. So here is my delicious smoothie bowl that I can have as a snack, dessert, or for breakfast. If you would like a copy of the recipes in this video, I have created a little ebook that you can download right to your computer and print out if necessary, or you can download it to your phone. The link to download the recipe guide is in the description box of this video. My name is Teresa. I help men and women transform their bodies through simple diet and lifestyle changes so that they can lose weight and eat without feeling guilty and fit into their favorite clothes again. If you would like to have your own personal nutritionist to help you reach your health and lifestyle goals, then you are welcome to connect with me for a free consult and talk with me about a struggle you're having with your diet and lifestyle habits. We can explore some options that might be helpful for you, and I have a special link for anyone watching this video, and so you can sign up for the free consult at missnutrition.com/schedule. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.